What up, y'all? Glory be to God. Welcome to the Kingdom Woman channel where love for God is made practical. I'm Mariah. Good morning. So, yeah, I am out and about this morning, and I wanted to come touch bases with you guys and deliver this message. And I wanted to talk about different gods. I wanted to talk about the reality of different gods. There is only one Most High God, right? But the Most High God does not force people to serve Him. Most High God sends His people out to spread the message and create awareness about His existence. And through that, God does different things. He may manifest His stuff in different ways to people, or somebody could see the God that's living on the inside of you. But even if all those things are true and all those things take place, nobody really has to serve God. And sometimes we can be so zealous and excited about God that we try to force Christianity on people, instead of allowing them to make the decision for themselves, because God Himself does not do that. God Himself doesn't force people to serve Him. God Himself doesn't force Christianity on people. We make the decision to serve Him and fulfill His will on earth. So, And, outside of that, there are kingdoms and realms with different rulers, And if I wanted to, make a God right here, right now to serve and worship, I could do that. I could turn this cup into a God and I could praise it. I could pray to it. I could lift His name on high. Now that would piss my God off. That would really piss my God off. So I wouldn't do that because I made a covenant with my God. But I have the option to do that if that's what I want to do, is what I'm saying. You know what I'm saying? But if we don't take into consideration that everybody is a free moral agent and they can really just do whatever they want to do with their life, and everybody does not choose to serve the Lord, everybody does not have to serve the Lord, and God sits on His throne and He allows us to make our decisions, because whether we serve Him or not, whether we choose, if we all walked off on God right now, He would still be God. Our servitude to Him or not does not change the fact that He's God all by Himself. But if we don't understand that people are free moral agents and we try to force Christianity on them, how do you take being forced into people telling you what you can and cannot do with your life? People don't really respond well to that, and forcing people into servitude is really not God's design. And telling people what they can and cannot do and what they can and cannot believe, that isn't necessarily accurate. You know what I'm saying? We can and cannot do whatever we want to do. You know what I'm saying? The reality is I can do whatever I want to do. You know what I'm saying? Now, if I choose to serve the Most High God, that's my choice. You know what I'm saying? So, you know what I'm saying? If we don't take into consideration that there are other gods with little g's, there are a lot of little g gods out there that people can serve. And people do serve. People submit to them all the time. You know what I'm saying? And that's their choice. That's their right. That's their right. God gave everybody a soul. You know what I'm saying? God doesn't take our soul away. God doesn't take our decision-making power away. God doesn't even take our decision-making power away when we choose to serve him. We just choose to follow through and serve him on our own free will. You know what I'm saying? But God don't force us into nothing. So, you know what I'm saying? If you're trying to appeal to somebody by telling them what they can and cannot do, when that's what they already doing, that's, you know what I'm saying? That don't make sense. If I'm gay, if I'm a homosexual, and you like, well, you can't do that. But I'm already doing it. What are you talking about? I'm already gay. I'm already a homosexual, which I'm not. But what are you talking about? Like, I'm already doing it. What you mean I can't do it? I'm already doing it. You have to understand that, you know what I'm saying? If we understand that everybody has not made a covenant with the Lord and they actually really can do whatever they want to do, you know what I'm saying? But it's our responsibility to be a living example, to make them want to serve our God instead of us wanting to tell them what they can and cannot do and force it on them. Like, that's too complete. Like, our life should be the living example. You know what I'm saying? And God should be orchestrating the life that he wants to present to the world through us. You know what I'm saying? That's God's responsibility. If we are his servants and we are supposed to serve him and we give our lives to him to do with it what he wants to do, it's his responsibility to create a life for us that will be appealing to other people. That's his responsibility. You know what I'm saying? It's his responsibility to do that. We are just supposed to serve him and reverence and respect him, you know what I'm saying, and being a living example. But we do that through our obedience and servitude. You know what I'm saying? People can serve whatever God they want to serve. So, you know what I'm saying? Like, I can and cannot do whatever I want to at the end of the day. You know what I'm saying? So, you know what I'm saying? Now, it isn't a wise decision for us to make certain decisions. It isn't wise for us to make decisions that'll send us to hell. But can I? Yeah, I can do. If I want to go to hell, I can do that. If that's what I want to do. But you know what I'm saying? But is it wise? It certainly isn't the most pleasurable option. It certainly isn't going to be the most peaceful option. But you know what I'm saying? I can do, you know, if that's what I want to do. And people are going to make that decision. You know what I'm saying? People are going to make that decision. So why force it on them? I think Revelations 22 tells us, you know what I'm saying? Let people do what they're going to do. Let the holy be holy. And let the unrighteous be unrighteous. You know what I'm saying? Let people do what they're going to do. So, you know what I'm saying? God created us since the foundation of the earth was laid. God knew us, you know what I'm saying? And he created us. God's chosen people are chosen and set aside and set apart for him. And you know what I'm saying? As the time continues to go on and as things continue to get closer to the end, more and more people are going to refuse repentance, are going to refuse the Lord. No matter how bad it gets, people are not going to choose to serve the Lord. So, you know what I'm saying? Telling people what they can. That's creating a strategic disadvantage for us to try to force Christianity on people when they got their own life to live. You know what I'm saying? Why would you do that? God don't do that. Jesus don't do that. Jesus gives people an offer, an opportunity to serve him. And you either do it or you don't. Like the rich man ruler, he did not. He went on, he wanted his money, he went on about his business. You know what I'm saying? That was his decision to make. Now, are you supposed to do this? And are you supposed, if you make a covenant to the Lord, you're supposed to live according to his word. If you make a covenant and you make an agreement to become a servant of the Most High God, you are not supposed to do certain things. But everybody in the church is not under covenant. Everybody in the church is not sold out. Everybody that showed up, you know what I'm saying, they may be trying to find their way, but are they submitted fully? Are they fully submitted to the Lord and Savior Jesus Christ? No. You know what I'm saying? And if it's God's divine design for them to get there, telling them what they can and cannot do. Now, we should tell them what they should and should not do, but you can't do this and you can't do that, and like, but they already doing it. They're already doing it. You can't, like, I actually can. Now, does that make me a wise person to do that? No. Does that make me a smart person? You know what I'm saying? I don't know. Not necessarily. It depends on whose perspective we're looking at it from. You know what I'm saying? Some people have trauma that they're dealing with. Some people are trapped in bondage and stuck in illusions. And you know what I'm saying? The way to get a person unstuck from their illusion is not by telling them what they can and cannot do. Telling somebody that they can't live in their illusion is not how you get them out of that. You can't live in that illusion. It's wrong. You talking to somebody that wake up in an illusion every day. So, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, you know what I'm saying? I don't know, you know what I'm saying? If we are allowing God to be God in our lives and to let his grace be made manifest, let him make us the example that he wants us to be, then you know what I'm saying, that's his responsibility. It's literally his responsibility to make Christianity a lucrative option. You know what I'm saying? It's his responsibility to show up. It's his responsibility to manifest. He got responsibilities. He got a role to play, and we got a role to play. And we got to let him play it. You know what I'm saying? We don't want people to burn in hell, but you know what I'm saying? Everybody got free will. I don't want nobody to burn in hell. But you know what I'm saying? Am I gonna force you into serving Jesus? How is that even possible? How is that even possible to force somebody to serve Jesus when Jesus himself is not even gonna do that? So, you know what I'm saying? That don't even make sense. But alright, y'all. I'm about to eat my breakfast. I just came from my morning walk. I hope y'all have a good day and be blessed. Bye, guys.